We use wires every day. They power our homes, our gadgets, our lives. But what happens when they're old or broken? Too many people just toss them in the trash. Big mistake. Wires are full of valuable materials that can be recycled and reused. We're talking copper, aluminum, even gold. That's right, folks, there's treasure hiding in your junk drawer. Not all wires are created equal. Some are thick and carry lots of power. Others are thin and delicate. The type of wire determines what it's made of. Copper is a common conductor, especially in household wiring. You'll also find aluminum, which is lighter and often used for outdoor lines. And then there's the good stuff, precious metals like gold and silver, used in small amounts for their conductivity. Knowing what your wires are made of helps you recycle them properly. Recycling wires doesn't have to be complicated. First things first. Safety. Always ensure you are well protected before you start. This means wearing gloves to protect your hands from sharp edges and eye protection to shield your eyes from any potential sparks or debris. Always wear gloves and eye protection when handling wires. This is crucial because wires can have sharp edges or carry residual electricity, which can be dangerous. Safety gear minimizes the risk of injury and ensures you can work efficiently. Next, sort your wires by type. This step is important because different types of wires contain different metals, and separating them can increase the value of your recycled materials. Group similar wires together to make the process smoother. Keep copper separate from aluminum and so on. Copper is usually more valuable than aluminum, so sorting them correctly can maximize your returns. Take your time to ensure each type of wire is in its own pile. If you have a lot of wires, consider stripping off the insulation to expose the valuable metal inside. Stripping the insulation can be a bit time-consuming, but it often increases the value of the metal. Use a wire stripper tool for efficiency and safety. Now it's time to find a recycler. Look for local scrapyards or e-waste recycling centres that accept electrical wires. Many facilities have websites where you can check their requirements and services. Check online for local scrapyards or e-waste facilities. Some places might even offer pickup services if you have a large quantity of wires. Make sure to read reviews and choose a reputable recycler. They'll pay you for your wires based on the weight and type of metal. Easy peasy. The more organized and prepared you are, the smoother the process will be. Plus, you'll be contributing to a more sustainable environment by recycling your old wires. Recycling wires isn't just good for the planet, it's good for your wallet too. Scrap metal prices fluctuate, but you can often earn a few bucks by selling your old wires. Every little bit helps, right? But the real payoff is knowing you're doing your part to conserve resources. Mining new metals is expensive and damaging to the environment. Recycling reduces the need for mining and lowers our carbon footprint. Plus, it creates jobs and boosts the economy. Talk about a win-win. Section 5. Stripping down to the basics, tips and tricks. In this section, we will delve into some essential tips and tricks that can make your wire recycling process more efficient and profitable. Stripping insulation off wires can be a pain, but it increases their value at the scrapyard. The cleaner the wire, the more money you can get for it. This is why it's crucial to remove as much insulation as possible. Use a wire stripper tool for best results. These tools are designed to make the job easier and more efficient. They come in various sizes and types, so choose one that fits your needs. Adjust the gauge to match the wire size and squeeze gently to avoid nicking the metal. This ensures that you get a clean strip without damaging the wire itself, which can reduce its value. For thicker cables, a utility knife can come in handy. These knives are great for cutting through tough insulation that a wire stripper tool might struggle with. Just be careful not to cut yourself. Always cut away from your body and keep your fingers clear of the blade. Safety should always be your top priority. Once the insulation is removed, coil the bare wire neatly for easy transport. This not only makes it easier to handle, but also helps in keeping your workspace organized. Remember, safety first. Always wear gloves and eye protection. These simple pieces of safety gear can protect you from cuts, scrapes, and other injuries. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Keeping your workspace clean and organized can also make the process smoother. Having all your tools and safety gear within reach can save you time and effort. Experiment with different tools and techniques to find what works best for you. Everyone has their own preferences, and finding the right method can make a big difference in your efficiency. With these tips and tricks, you'll be well on your way to becoming a wire stripping pro. Happy recycling. Section 6. Recycling no-nos, what not to do. In this section, we will cover the common mistakes people make when trying to recycle electrical wires and how to avoid them. Now that you know the do's, let's talk about the don'ts. Never burn wires. Burning wires releases harmful chemicals into the air. The fumes are toxic and harmful to breathe. Inhaling these fumes can cause serious health issues, including respiratory problems and other long-term health effects. Don't just chuck them in the trash either. Throwing wires in the trash can lead to environmental pollution and can be hazardous to waste management workers. Landfills are overflowing and wires don't belong there. Electronic waste, including wires, takes up valuable space and can leach harmful substances into the soil and water. Avoid mixing different types of wires in the same container. Different materials require different recycling processes, and mixing them can complicate recycling efforts. This can contaminate the recycling process and reduce their value. Contaminated materials are often rejected by recycling facilities, leading to more waste. And please don't try to recycle wires that are still live. Handling live wires is extremely dangerous and can result in electric shock or fire. Always disconnect them from the power source before handling. Make sure to follow proper safety procedures to protect yourself and others. Properly recycling wires not only helps the environment, but also ensures safety and efficiency in the recycling process. Section 7. The big picture, your impact on the planet. Think about all the wires in your home, your workplace, your city. Now, imagine them all ending up in a landfill. Not a pretty picture, right? When we recycle wires, we're not just getting rid of trash, we're conserving precious resources. We're reducing pollution and protecting our planet for future generations. It's a small act with a big impact. Every wire recycled is a step towards a greener, healthier Earth. Section 8. Beyond wires, other electronics matter too. Wires are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to e-waste. Old phones, computers, TVs, even appliances contain valuable materials that can be recycled. Don't let them end up in a landfill. Many retailers and manufacturers offer take-back programs for electronics recycling. Check their websites or contact your local waste management centre for more information. Let's work together to keep our planet clean and green. Section 9. Let's get wired for a greener future. Recycling electrical wires might seem like a small thing, but it's a powerful step towards a more sustainable future. By understanding the value of these materials and taking the time to recycle them properly, we can make a real difference. So next time you're about to toss out an old cable, think twice. That wire could have a second life, and so could our planet. Let's get wired for a greener future.